Okay, let's start driving. We're going to test out the Ecozone. It basically gives you a score on how smoothly I'd say you accelerate. If you do a lot of rapid start and stop, you won't get a good score because you're burning more fuel. It's not as efficient. We're probably going to have to get up to speed on the main road here. So the first row is your acceleration, the second row is your cruising, how smooth you are at that, and then the bottom row is deceleration, when you're braking. If you give an abrupt hit to the brakes, you'll get a poor score because you're losing heat. That's what helps recharge the battery. So now we're going to give it a little gas here, keep it in the power zone. And once we stop accelerating and smooth out, we'll get a score. I'd say it's going to be in the 60 range right now. 73, okay, a bit better. I was a bit smoother in the beginning, but then I gave it more gas. And we're following a bus here, so it'll help us cruise a bit better. Oh yeah, there you go, the 5 out of 5 on the cruising score, because once we got up to speed, we didn't have to really jerk the accelerator or anything like that. And now if I come to a full stop behind this bus, I'd probably get a rougher score on braking, but I didn't hit the brakes there, I changed lanes. So what we'll do is now our eco score for acceleration dipped a bit because we didn't keep a smooth gas pedal. We gave it more power. So the key is slow, deliberate acceleration, but if there's cars behind you, you're gonna be holding up traffic. So we'll get our first chance if we hold the light. You have to get a complete stop to get a reading on your braking. Let's just come to a complete stop right now. And we got a 1 score because I braked a bit harder. The light was already green just to show that 1 out of 5 on the braking. Now we're gonna, as we see, we're stop and start here. Very low acceleration score. But we should get a better braking score because we're going to ease into the intersection, or the stop line, sorry. So as we stop, smoother stop, 4 out of 5. Now let's try, it's going to be hard to try a very slow acceleration. I'm the first car where I've got traffic behind me. Yeah, so green light. I'm trying to keep it just in the battery zone, but I can't because there's, maybe if I change lanes. Shoulder check. I'm expecting 60 again once I get to cruise. Oh, 89, wow, okay. Keeping it slow, I'm at 50 kilometers an hour, that's the limit. Traffic's starting to pass me, they don't want to wait behind me, but my cruising speed's been steady, so I'm getting a good score there. Yeah, not in a hurry. So the whole purpose is, how do you ultimately save money? Because the more efficient you are, the longer the battery's holding. We're in eco mode right now. So that actually keeps you in the eco zone a bit longer than I found from normal mode. But the scores that are higher here should help us save money because relying more on battery burns less gas, and I think we'll do just fine. Again, let's see if we can get a 4 out of 5 or better. I think we'll get a 4. Not sure about a 5 on the braking here. 3, ooh, dragged our average score down, but we weren't going that fast, so it's not like I came from a very fast speed and then slammed on the brakes. Let's see how we do now. We're gonna beat the bus, so we'll accelerate better than them, although not by much. We got into the white power zone, so that'll drag down our acceleration score. Now we've leveled off, 78, not bad, 4 out of 5. Cruising score's already at 80, or 5 out of 5. As you can see my speed there, it's pretty steady. That's the key. Constant up and down won't be very good, obviously. And it's a little tricky. Even if you get a good score here, it doesn't mean your miles per gallon or liters per 100 kilometers will be a good score. Finding the highway driving is obviously the best, but the stop and go in the city still makes you use up more gas. The numbers are great, but it's a big difference once you're in the highway zone. But I find these city trips are so short that once you start the car, the engine still has to power up the battery a bit. So even if you think you should be in battery zone, you don't necessarily stay there in the battery. At low speeds, the engine's still running. And the display is going a bit darker as it's getting darker outside. So now we'll take our turn. Probably just pull over up there. So the EV mode is on. We'll get a better score as we go forward. Yeah, as the EV button was on there, you saw our Eco Score go from 77 to 88. And also the cruising score helped a little bit too. So maybe what we'll do is ease into the braking of this. Using a fold phone, it's fairly heavy on my head with the holster here. So let's just stop. 81, not bad there. So we've only done 3.5 kilometers on this trip that we're doing now. What do we got there? Because we just fueled up, I bet your liters per 100 is, yeah, not great, because it's super volatile at this stage there. I mean, we could just keep going on there, but this was just to kind of find the eco mode. And I think now that we're going downhill, we'll get a really good eco mode score. We could test it out. All right, hit our head, or sorry, our phone on the ceiling there, but that's okay. You're going to see the liters per 100 will improve. We're in battery mode, it's humming. So right now we're not even getting a score because we're just coasting down the hill. Oh, there's the score. Yeah, it's going to be good because we haven't really even hit the gas pedal yet. And our battery is on. Cruising score, I'm thinking should be okay. So I'm already braking now, 20 feet prior to when I set it, as I think that's what's gonna, that they really want a long delayed deceleration where you're not even, you just want to be lightly touching the brakes, I'm thinking. Yeah, there you go, the 5 out of 5 on braking. Cruising score didn't come up because we didn't give any gas, so we can't really judge it just going downhill. But as you can see, the braking score from like using 100 feet in a school zone to brake really slowly means you're not losing heat through excessive braking. You're actually charging the battery better. If you slam on the brakes, that energy is lost and does not charge the battery. So let's just pull over here again while we wrap things up. So what we'll see, we'll freeze frame that, why not, right? Oh yeah, the fuel economy, why did it improve to 6 from 7.4? It's just, we just filled up the tank, we've only put 4 kilometers on it. 6.3 is probably like 37 miles per gallon, I'm guessing. I had the numbers there before, but we'll find them again. It's gonna vary in the beginning, just because it's a new tank. The further you drive on it, yeah, the more. We'll be like literally saying 930 kilometers till empty. We'll probably get a bit more as we go along, having just gassed up. And then this is kind of what I look at overall. This is only the second tank, so since we've had the car for about a month, so we'll see how those numbers end up doing. Again, Eco Score, as you dial up, those are the 3 main stats you're gonna find. And I still don't understand what most of this stuff is as we click the trip information. You can kind of see where we're regenerating more just recently on the downhill there. It's only been a little bit there. History is what we'll go at now. I don't even know how to read half of this stuff here. That'll be probably an update for a later time. So, but this is where a lot of the information is stored there. So again, we'll go over Hey, we hit, I'd say, a pretty good score there. And we'll just continue down the hill. Nice view there. It's raining earlier today. Okay, adios, folks. So please hit that like button and subscribe, and we can start seeing the limits of this Sienna Hybrid 2021 XSE. Thanks very much.